startup which do the consulting of machine learning related project. So today we are going to talk about natural language processing or NLP. So again, I just want to do this one more time. Uh, I just want to do scan this and okay. Are you hearing me right now? Is it am I audible right now?
Yep, you're audible.
Okay, okay, great. So please just scan this code and we have a couple of things questions to answer before starting the session. That will be really helpful if you do right now. So please scan this and let me know in the comment section if you already done and just type done something like that. By the way, this is another one. So you have to scan this again. Okay, so start with your name. Please enter your name. You can still, if you didn't scan this code, okay. Saeed, welcome Saeed. And who else? Dinesh, Rani, welcome, welcome. So anyone else? We have more participants actually. So come on, guys, just please just scan and just be part of this. Okay, Doron, welcome, Doron. Asra, okay. Thank you very much, everyone, to doing this. Okay, so now move on. Just go to the other questions. Okay. So, what is NLP? What do you think NLP is? I just want to know from your perspective. So you can answer. These are the options. Uh, Actually, sorry. For this, you have to write down what you think is NLP. What you think it's a full form of NLP. You can write anything. Just write what you think. Okay. Natural language processing. Okay. Yeah. So everyone has a good understanding of what we are going to talk about today. So now, where NLP is used, what do you think NLP is used in? Which of these? In a text classification, topic modeling, chatbot, or all of the above? So yeah, okay, all of the above, 80%. Okay, the actually it's right answer is all of the above. It's NLP is used in all of these. Okay, now which of the following is an application of NLP? Summarizing a text or article, predicting the gene of a book, speech recognition, or all of the above? What do you think? Okay, you have two people, three people. Okay, all of the above. All of the above. Okay, so majority is answered all of the above. So which is the right answer for this? Now, okay. Now before starting, into the technical details of NLP or just talking about what is NLP, I just want to show you a video which is an interview with an avatar and system generated avatar, and behind this avatar actually one of the state of the art, what you can say right now, um, one of the best natural language processing based model is answering the questions with the interviewer. So he just made a video avatar and he just asking some questions, and that actually the answers is given sending by the one of the best as of now one of the best natural language processing model, which is called the GPT-3. So I just want to show you the video. Oh, not audible. uh this video is not audible to. Okay, can't hear the audio. Okay, I don't know what's happening there. So okay, let me see. Still not audible. Okay, can't hear the audio. No, still the same. Okay, let me check it. Sorry for this. What about now? Oh, okay, okay. So what I can do is I will send the link of this video. So okay. So I hope you can hear me, right? Am I audible right now? Okay, okay, cool. So after this, it's okay. These things will happen. So I will send the link after this, webinar, so you can watch after this webinar. It's fine. So now, okay, we can just continue the presentation. Yeah. So yeah, so I just want to show you where NLP stand in this whole artificial intelligence and other fields related to that. So you can see that AI is kind of a general for everything, which include machine learning, deep learning, and NLP. So you can see that where NLP stands exactly. So NLP is actually is using some kind of techniques from machine learning or deep learning. So here you can see that machine learning is a subset of AI, and deep learning itself is a subset of machine learning. So NLP is another field actually, but which also uses these technologies like deep learning and deep learning from machine learning. So this is how it's connected with this. It's fit in this all AI, along with other technologies. Now, so what exactly is NLP? So NLP is the machine-based processing of human communication. So which means you know human language or the natural language cannot be, it's not easy to process by these machines. So it aims to teach machines how to process and understand the language of humans by allowing an easy channel of communication between humans and machines. So that's by definition what is NLP is. And it is used in many applications such as speech recognition, natural language understanding, and natural language generations. So these are the some of the major field of NLP right now. And you can see one or the other application you are seeing related to NLP is coming under some of these. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's again.
So your voice bizarre.
You cannot hear me. Hello.
Salman, I can hear you. Can everyone try to maybe raise the volumes from their end? Asra said that she can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Can you
just raise your
please?
voice, Salman, as well, and everyone else maybe raise the volumes?
Yeah, that's perfect. So these are some of the application of NLP. Automatic text summarization, translation, sentiment analysis, information extraction, relationship extraction, chatbot, social media analysis, or you can also say sentiment analysis, and personal voice assistance, and grammar checking. So you can see all of this application in already in here with some of the mobile application you are using. For example, in Gmail uh, you can see a NLP based application. While you send an receive an email, the Gmail automatically suggests you the reply, so which is a NLP based application. So around you can see all kind of these applications now. Okay. So I just want to show you, some of the techniques that are the fundamental techniques which used for this NLP. So before, for every AI task or machine learning task, there are some steps, like just collecting the data and training the model, and just predicting the outcome. So I will show you some after this slide. There are seven step process of any kind of machine learning. So first one is the data collection, second one is data preparation, and third one is you have to choose a machine learning or deep learning model, and you have to give your data to this model, and then in some case you have to train the model, and then you have to evaluate the model, and then there is something called parameter tuning. So by using these techniques you can always make the performance of your model better, and finally you will predict the outcome of your particular problem. So this is the common approach of any kind of machine learning or deep learning or NLP problem. So so before getting into this, choose the model, you have to do this data preparation part. In mainly in NLP we use some techniques for this data preparation or pre-processing, which is also called the data pre-processing in NLP. So usually our data are so natural languages are our input data in the NLP application. So it might be English or some other language, French or Spanish, whatever it is. It's a written text or sentence or words. So machine cannot understand these words by just taking it as an input like we humans do. So instead we have to pre-process the data before giving to the model. So for that in natural language processing we use these techniques like lower casing or upper casing. So it's like, uh, you may have words with, different some if it's case sensitive, uh, both if you have two words with the same letters, but one is uppercase and one is with some letters are with the lowercase, machine thinks like it's two different words. So in order to make that into a common word which machine can understand, we use lower casing or upper casing. So you can use any either of these to make it a general of all of your input, generalize all of your input into case sensitive. And second one is tokenization, and third one is stemming, lemmatization, POS tagging, which is also called parts of speech tagging, and name entity recognition. So uh, I would like to show you how these techniques can be used in some sentences and words using a Jupyter notebook. So I will just share my Jupyter notebook. So, so yeah, I hope you can see my screen right now. Please type if you can see it in the chat. Please type yes or so. Uh, for those who don't know about Jupyter Notebook, I just want to give a brief about what is a Jupyter Notebook is. So Jupyter Notebook is something we use especially for data science or machine learning, deep learning tasks, or this is something you can write. There are a lot of cells, so you can create different cells into the notebook, and you can execute each cells what you can say independently. So uh, here we have a cell. I already wrote these things, so it's I just want to convert this word into in a lowercase, so you can see these are my words: hello, hello, hello. So these are uh, different words, actually in same word, but different case. So I just want to make everything into the lowercase. So I can just, if I run this shell, I will get just want to refresh, restart it. It should be running. Let me open it again in another tab, and let's see. Okay, maybe I opened this tab for too long, so I just disconnect this and open again, and it will. I hope it will run. It should be running. So you can see how to start a Jupyter notebook. So once you install the Jupyter notebook, you can type like this, and it will start your Jupyter notebook in a uh, browser like this. So you can create uh, multiple files. So here, this is the one I just created. So I just want to open it again. Now let's see how. Just want to run this. Okay, now it's working. So you can see this is just some Python codes, and I just converted these hello or hello into the small letters. So this way you can do, you can convert into the uppercase or lowercase like you needed. So the second one is second techniques we use for the preprocessing, which is called a tokenization. So tokenization is something, uh, you know, we need to cut the words or the sentence into pieces. So in order to use this input in a model or for an NLP task, the system need to get these words into individual words. So usually we are having big sentences, or for example, if you want to analyze the sentiment of a comment in your Twitter post, it might be some 30 40 character long sentences. So you need to cut this into small pieces. So for that, you usually use tokenization. So once I run this, you can see how it works. Okay, now you can see I used Spacy. Spacy is one of vastly used NLP library, so which helps you to do all these kind of tasks very easily. So here we have the input sentences. Apple is looking at what's happening. Okay, I will run it again. Yeah, so the input sentence is like Apple is looking at buying UK startup for $1 billion. So after tokenization, we got the output like this. Apple is looking at everything is single. It's broken down into single words, and you can even see the dollar symbol is broken down, and one into broken down into another part of this. So now next techniques we use in NLP is called stemming. Stemming is something like uh, let's say if you have words like playing, plays, played. So these are the words you are having in a sentence, in a group of sentence, and the system need to make it into the root of that word. So it's like the root of this playing is just play. Again, plays is also play, and played is also play. So this need to be converted into the root form. So like the stemming is the process of removing a suffix from a word and reducing its root. So this is one of the uh, NLP techniques we used in natural language processing. So all these techniques are used one by one. It's like a pipeline. So first, if you have an input, you need to use tokenization first. Then you have to use uh, uppercase or lowercase, or you can even use something called a noise removal. Like if you have unwanted characters in your text, you can use something called a noise removal, and so and so. So this is like a pipeline. So you are what actually you are doing with these techniques is actually you are pre-processing your data. You are making your data in a format which your machine need to understand. So now um, I just want to show you. Okay, this is also okay. I just want to show how stemming works. So now you can see the input in here like compute, computer, computer, computing. This is actually an already tokenized input. So like I said before, it's a pipeline. So first you have to do the tokenization, then you have to apply other techniques in this tokenization. So now we are applying stemming in the tokenization. So let's see how it's. So you can see that our input is compute, computer, computed, computing. So it these all went to its root form, which is called compute. So you can see whether it's compute or computer, computed or computing. No matter what it is, it's all converted into compute, which is the root form of this word. And next techniques is called lemmatization. So lemmatization is also something similar to stemming. but the difference is actually it's much more advanced than stemming. So you can either use lemmatization or stemming, but it's depend upon your problem. Uh, if your input data is not that larger or a bigger uh, sentences, and then you prefer to use stemming. So but in the case if you're uh, 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 no, then if your data is not larger, then you are prefer to use lemmatization, because it take more time, because it is much more advanced, and it take more time to process and give you an output. So, but in some case, if your data is not that you know it's actually very complicated, like it's a long test, you have a lot of data to process, so then you prefer to use stemming, because it'll give you the result very quickly comparing to the lemmatization. So I just want to run the lemmatization here, how it will look like if you do the lemmatization. Okay, so you can see in here uh, I used a library called NLTK, which is natural language processing library, which gives a lot of I mean, by using these libraries, you can make your work easy. Like it will give you a lot of shortcut like this. If you use a object like lematizer dot lematize rocks, it will just do the lemmatization process on this particular word. If you want to just instead of rocks, if you want to write something like it's it will do the same. Okay, now you see it's okay. 1 second, but still I use rocks in here. I need to change rockets. Okay, so you can see that. So you can try any different words in here, and it will give the corresponding result. And what make lemmatization different from stemming? You can see it in here. So you want to lemmatize the word better, and the system give you the word good. So that's why we are saying that uh, lemmatization is something advanced than stemming. It's not just only uh, making it into the root form, but it will just give the synonyms of the word you are giving to that. So yeah, now we can look into POS, which is called parts of speech. So what this actually do? I will run this code again. So our input is Apple is looking at buying you. Again the same sentence. So let's see what it gives us. So you can see that the output in here actually you can what POS is actually doing is it's taking our words or the sentence into it's connecting back to the grammatical form. Like it can identify which is the noun, which is the pronoun, which is the adjective in our sentences. So I just want to make it more visually better by just running the this one. This is doing the same thing like uh, POS tagging, but it will I'm just using spacey for this, and here uh, so sorry. Okay, so you can see the POS tagging is done with this is a sentence. So our input is this is a sentence, and then you can see that it's just identified this or is and a and sentence as corresponding to its grammatical form. So you can see it's a noun, so it's an auxiliary, so like that. So even you can just copy this same sentence, and let's try it over there. What we can see, what will happen. So instead of this is a sentence, I'm just giving the input as before, and just run it. Okay. So now you can see the output of that. Uh, Apple is looking at buy UK startup for 1 billion. So it's just connecting the grammatical form of this whole sentence. So it's a symbol, it's a number, and it's again a number. Startup is a noun, UK is a pronoun, and buying is a verb. So it understand the grammatical form of our, the sentence. Now I just want to show you the named entity recognizer. So that's another technique. So I just want to run this and you can see what it is exactly. Okay, so you can see the input sentence is actually when Sebastian Thun started working on a self-driving cars at Google in 2017. This is our input sentence, and what we got as an output. You can see that the from the sentence, the system just identified that Sebastian Thun is a person. So it knows that Sebastian Thun is a person, and 2017 is a date, and what else? Okay, so this is what we use for this named entity recognition for. So I just want to, if you have any any other sentence you want to try, you can just paste it in the comment. So I can just use I will copy those words and show how it works with this. If anyone wants to try different words, you can just paste it in the comments. Any sentence or anything, just type or just paste in the you know uh, this Zoom comment. So I will just try to show the same okay, and how it works, how it identifies these named entities. So okay, fine. No one is typing anything, so let's why not just try.
Mike, can you raise your voice, please?
Yeah, so I hope is it better?
A little better, yeah.
So I just want to, go to Wikipedia and type something related to. Okay, let's type Dubai. What we are getting. Just reading the sentence from here, and I just want to, paste the sentence. Yeah, let's see what we are getting. Okay, so you can see from this the Indus Valley is identified as a location, and Mesopotamia has an organization. I don't know why, but the system identifies as an organization, and the United Arab Emirates as a GP. It's something GP means I think something related to the country name, something like that. So the system is identifying the named entities from this our sentence. So now, so no, yeah. So these some of the basic NLP techniques we are using for our natural language applications. Then we will go to we have to choose a model. There are different models available for processing these natural language processing uh, applications. So for example, one of the model I just mentioned in the video is which is called GPT-3. GPT-3 is one of the best model created by a company called OpenAI, and but they are only giving you the the API access for that. and unfortunately, it's they are giving it by a waiting list. So even if I can just show you this. OpenAI. So yeah, so this is the company developed the model which is called GPT-3, and there are examples like this model is capable of doing a lot of things. So I will show you some of the examples that you can do with this model. So there are actually very interesting examples. So we can, if you just go to YouTube and just search for GPT-3, you can see people are trying different. So this is but still I'm sorry, I think you cannot hear the voice, right? So I'll
No, we
just
can't.
okay, sorry for that. So the I will just show the. So yeah, GPT-3 is actually capable of doing, it can be used for chat application. You can use it for, grammar collection, text to command. So what we can just look into what is text to command. So, okay, you can ask questions like, okay, ask constants if we need some words, find constants. Okay, you can just use GPT-3 models to give some comments. For example, uh, you can use it for some IoT based, smart home applications. If you want to control your AC or light or sort of things, you can use this model to for that. And movies to emoji, it will convert movies to emojis. Okay, so okay, if you just type the name of a movie, it will generate some emojis related to that movie. So you can see that Batman, it's created a bat emoji, and Back to Future. So it converted into a clock and something else. So yeah, this model is capable of doing a lot more application in natural language processing. So like that, you can use other model as well. So if you go to the NLTK library, you can see a lot of models that can be used for natural language processing. So one of them is like the transformers. Actually, GPT-3 is made about this technology called transformers. So when you start learning all this, you can find a lot of different models that are available already. So you can just you only need to know that how to use a particular model, and just by going through the documentation, if you know how to use that, you can use for any of your applications. So yeah, so that's all about natural language processing. And I just want to ask you some questions before winding up. So yeah, uh, again, I would like you to have scan this QR or just go to the website and type this number. So yeah, please. Okay, so I just want to ask you to answer these questions. How well you, out of 1 to 5, how well you understand the topic so far we just covered here today? No response. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat section as well.
Anyone have questions as you wrap up the session? Feel free
Yeah.
to type it in the chat box as well.
If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I guess not. Okay, then I think that wraps up the session today. What do you think, Salman?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's also okay. Someone is actually
yep.
typing. Okay, so go on. If you want, we have a little more time. So let's go on. There is
Okay,
a
well,
second question.
yeah.
So feel free to ask any questions related to this, NLP, AI in general, or anything related to AI, just machine learning, deep learning. Just feel free to ask any questions in the comment box. Okay, so
Hi, Salman.
hi, is it? How are
Should
you?
should we use the Slido or here?
You can just type in here like the
Slido or
comment
chat?
chat. Hello. Even you can unmute your mic and ask directly. It's okay. No questions.
No questions. Oh,
For
Yazid asked a
recommendation
question.
engines, what is the most subject under AI? Okay, so most useful. Okay, so when you okay share the slides and notebook. Yeah, sure. Nadine will share the slides and notebook after this
So I
session
know
along with the.
actually, so as we've changed, we don't typically share the slides themselves, but what we do is that we have on our AstroLabs, we have a four-site page, which basically gives a blog and a video of the session itself. So once this is published, maybe within the next week on that platform, just type in AstroLabs foresight, and then you'll have it over there in a more condensed version.
So yeah, so I just want to answer Yazid's questions before that. Okay. Now, for recommendation engine, you can use recommendation is one kind of a problem in machine learning. So you can use models from gradient descents to uh, you know it's so when you mean I mean uh, recommendation, what kind of a recommendation you are thinking of? Okay, so assuming we have a list of videos. Okay, so video recommendation is it can be used, like models like CNN. There are or what we say the computer vision based models for videos and we can use actually for all these kind of models we most of the time we won't be using one single model. Sometimes we may be using multiple model in different pipelines, so it's depends how complex is our problem is actually. So there are a lot of other models, even you can use basic decision tree model, because in machine learning, there are uh, different model based on segments like the classification, regression, so on so. So it's again a questions like uh, which is your exact problem you want to solve. Based on that, we can choose different models that are available. So that's some questions. Okay. So can you recommend a good source of online for this case? What do you mean by online? I mean, resources. Yeah, yeah. So you can find a lot of, even in YouTube itself, you can find a lot of resources. And if you want to learn more, like we in AstroLabs, we have a 8 weeks boot camp, and which covers from everything from data science. It covers NLP to basic mathematics, which is useful for data science to statistics and everything in this 8 week uh, boot camp. So that's one of other sources if you want to try. And of course, there are a lot of resources available in the internet, like YouTube and in Medium articles. You can see a lot of yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
I think
I think just in the interest of time, I think we will be wrapping up the session now. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to Salman. Salman, if you just want to jot your email in the chat box in case someone has additional questions, that would be great.
I will share my
Also,
email.
yeah, and also everyone, I have a survey here. Posted it before and I'll paste it again. If you guys can please also fill it out. It's like just 2 minutes of your time just to get your feedback on the session. And that's pretty much it. So thanks everyone. Thank you, Salman, for the session, and hope to see you guys soon in another session.
See you.
Bye. Bye, everyone.